morning, everyone. My name's Anvita, and I wanted to start off with a strange question. When you think of roots, what's on your mind? Is it stems and sticks deep in the ground? Is it history? For some, roots are synonymous with origins, where they come from, where they learn from, and where they grow from. When I think of roots, I recall the 4th grade. In the 4th grade, I took a class called Character on Trial. In the class, we looked at stories like Goldilocks and put the fill-in on trial. Was Goldilocks really guilty? Did she deserve jail time for her actions? Our class would discuss, and by Friday, we put the character on trial, hence the name. The trial of Goldilocks was a popular one. We assigned jury, prosecution, and even a defense team. Now, if you know me, you know that being an attorney is the goal. If you know me in 4th grade, then you know that I was the best attorney in that class, and it's what's brought me here today. Nearly 7 years later, the goal for me hasn't changed. In October of 2019, I began volunteering at Raleigh's Youth Court as a jury member. Students between the ages of 13 and 17 who have committed a crime can come to court and have their case presented in front of a jury of their peers. Youth attorneys then present either the defense or prosecution to judge and jury while advocating for the lowest or highest sentence for their defendants. On my first night as a youth attorney, I had a possession of marijuana case. I thought it was pretty simple. The youth was hanging out with her friends. Police received a tip and searched her car. They found the substance and charged her for it. On this night, I was her defense attorney. And when I asked her for the whole story, she told me everything. She told me about how her mom kicked her out and she lives in that car. She talked to me about how she works 3 different jobs to support herself, and the night she went out with her friends, well, that was the first night off she had in weeks. Now, the tricky part of this case was that she was 18. She was charged at 17, but because youth courts are so backed up, it took us a year to hear her story. Currently, there are over 1,500 teen courts in the United States, but in 2019, there were 600,000 juvenile offenders eligible for the teen court program. I think that when we look at criminals, or even students in our own communities, we judge them so harshly, we forget to reflect on ourselves. As a jury member, I often remember thinking, why, oh why would someone do this? Or, oh, that defendant? Just some freshman craving for attention. But in reality, it's so much more than that. You see, at youth court, your focus is restorative justice. It's a newer concept of not looking at youth the way I did, filled with judgment and looking at myself as the higher authority. Restorative justice focuses on helping youth learn from their actions and move on. This revolutionary concept has helped and rehabilitate connections with communities, schools, families, and friends by helping youth grow from the incident. This can be seen through apology letters, volunteer hours, or restitution. Every day, we are furthering our efforts to help our youth for a better future, and we can do this by helping their communities. Today is October 13th, 2024, and we are just looking back at the damage that the last couple years have had on us. The pandemic, the rise in cyberbullying, and the increase in youth mental illness cases have pushed us back in ways we never saw coming. It's sad, but it's true. Most of these kids taking drugs or starting fights have a deeper struggle. At this age, we go through the worst stress of our lives, and unfortunately, for some of us to keep up with the expectations and the validation it brings us, we turn to things we'd be better off without. I've had cases where the perfect students get into a verbal disagreement with their peers and end up throwing the first punch because they can't handle their temper. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have identified a huge gap in the way we're treating our youth. Teen Court saw this gap, so we began offering classes like Stop Lifting to lower theft rates and Why Try to talk about the horrible effects of substance abuse on our youth. Every day, we help our youth rather than be the obstacle to their success. Now, I know we are all wondering, what happened to Goldilocks? Or better yet, what happened to my first defendant? The truth is, I don't remember what happened to Goldilocks, but I do know that my first defendant has not taken or possessed marijuana since the day of her charge. Now, about 5 minutes ago, I asked you about your roots. What was the place you came from? What was the place you grew from? My name is Anvita, the Sanskrit definition of the one who bridges the gap. That is my root, and that is my job, to fill in the gaps that I've seen in this system set against my peers. My passion and perspective all centered around furthering the roots of restorative justice across our nation. So I challenge you today, wherever you may be, whatever you consider your root to be, help youth fill the gap where youth are so often lost in by becoming a personal root of restorative justice. Thank you.